Well, we put in an incredible amount of hours in the studio. And like some of those songs, one verse would be a year away from a chorus because he would come in and his voice wouldn't be up to it, so he'd get a few lines. And like in He Stopped Loving Her Today, the recitation was done 18 months after the first verse was.
This was back during those bad days, and I carried that song about almost a year.
Took forever for him to. He sang it to the tune of a Christopherson hit.
Take the ribbons from your hair. He stopped loving her today. Da 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 da.
I said, that's not the melody. He said, yeah, but it's a better melody. I said, it might be. Christopherson would think so too. It's his melody. And so finally he learned the different melody and we did it.
So often somebody will take your song and it comes back to you not quite what you had in mind when you wrote it. Maybe it's not as good. Maybe the way the artist interpreted it. But you get a George Jones singing your song, it's just like it's like having somebody breathe life into your song.
He kept her pictures on his wall. Went half crazy now and then. Oh, but he still loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. He found love letters by his bed, dated 1962, but he had underlined in red every single I love you. I went to see my friend today. Oh, but I didn't see no tears. All dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen him smiling years. He stopped loving her today. They placed a roof upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came to see him her last time. Oh, and we all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. Well, this time, he's over her for good. He stopped loving her. It placed a roof upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today.
The last words Jones said about He Stopped Loving Her Today was, nobody will buy that morbid son of a bitch.
The winner for the 1981 Male Vocalist of the Year is George Jones.
Well, I'm on the Jones board, and I just want to say one thing. I'm very proud. And I still love Johnny Wright and Kenny Wills. Thank you very much. We love country music. It's about time we got back to
He Stopped Loving Her Today was George's biggest hit, and it came as his life had finally reached a crisis point. His irrational behavior worsened with his increased dependency on drugs and booze. Emulating his idol Hank Williams in his last days, he begins living in the backseat of his car with a bottle of whiskey and a cutout of Hank as his constant companions. He started having delusions, and soon an alter ego appeared as George frequently spoke using the voice of Donald Duck. He was a man truly out of control.
Path we travel through. Each step I take, Lord, I'm sitting back too. We all have roles in life to play, and I'll play a good one someday.
And I went to about the lowest that you could go on the booze. And then when I was at that point, I knew there was no out. There was no good thinking at all. There was no way out of it, so I just didn't care no more, so I went to the other stuff. I went to the drugs, and then I really got in bad shape. I got down to about 105 pounds, they said, and I looked terrible. I looked awful. I sung terrible, and I was terrible.
George, hey, come on then, George.
More than being concerned, I felt sorry for him because I saw a man that was destroying himself, and I was helpless. What could I do? There have been a lot of people that had tried and failed, but I felt like that somebody needed to do something.
What have I done? You are drunk. I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, sir.
I was afraid he was going to die. I thought I was going to live forever, and we both had problems with drugs.
Let him take me to jail. But you're not going to do that.
Wait a minute,
Oh, I don't think I really was beginning to see it was out of control, because I was so out of control I couldn't see anything.
Wait a minute, Dave. All right, kid, I don't want you.
And so I called him to come out to the house. He came out there, and I said, George, this is going to sound awful funny coming from me, but you got to do something. You got to straighten up.
The best thing ever happened to me is when some friends got with me and talked me into going to the hospital in Birmingham. And first couple of weeks was the roughest. I hated everybody. I still didn't see no way back. And I said, you just wait till I get out of here or something. And in the last couple of weeks, you're in there, you got time to think. You're getting your body back in shape, your mind back to where you can think. I think I had an IQ of 72 when I went in there. And then, thinking and talking with your doctor and being alone where you can think and seeing, and then having some fine cards and letters coming in from so many fans that really gave you that big lift that you needed, to get you back on the right track. And I met Nancy right after I got out of the hospital.
I think he was needing someone that he could trust and someone that he felt close to, and it took a while to get him to that route, because of being all through, which no secret to anyone, all through the bad times that George has had.
I think if George Jones hadn't have moved back to Texas, I don't think he'd live this long.
Back to the piney woods of East Texas, back to the big thicket where George and Nancy marry, and the possum takes his first steps down that long road to recovery.
We got him interested in a piece of land out here. My husband went out there and found it for him. And so we got his mind on something else instead of on his problem.
I always figured someday we'd help him. And I guess it just took a long time to do it.
It took a lot of years to get him to understand that you can cope with life without picking up a drink and trying to settle it with that. So I think he's come to the conclusion that this is You're not getting any younger, and you're not going to get anywhere by drinking.
If it hadn't been for Nancy and the prayers and the cards and letters and the people the fans that really care, I think that's really what made me think and get to thinking and make my mind up. I said, well, there's somebody still cares, and I believe I can do it again.
I've had good luck and bad luck, and no luck, it's true, but I've always been lucky with you. I've been turned on and turned down when the bars close at 2, but I've always got lucky with you. I keep 2 stripes against me most all the time. When it's down to just a phone call, I'm minus a dime. I've had good days, bad days, but when my day is through, and I've always been lucky with you.
You know, he's a fighter. He comes back and he just continues to be great always, and I just can't imagine what country music would have been like without George Jones.
He's one of them that's still there when some of them still lying dead along the way.
That's what's so funny. They counted him down and out 9,000 times, you know, and he just keeps coming back, you know, but he always will be here, you know. He'll always be a part of country music. Some of us will last for a while, you know, but as long as there is a country music, you'll know who George Jones was.
I keep 2 stripes against me most all the time. When it's down to just a phone call, I'm minus a dime. I've had good days, bad days, but when my day is through, and I've always been lucky with you. Yes, I've always been lucky with you.
To be happy, if you're ever lucky to live long enough to finally be happy, it was worth it all.